my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 2 of House 1 of the Drifter Challenge. This is our drifter, Alicia Driver. She is having a quick meal of yogurt. Her dishes are starting to pile up a little bit, and she needs to have a little bit of a cleanup, a wash up at her sink. We'll have her do that. Hopefully, she's going to do it while she's eating. Okay. I know they can multitask, but I wouldn't think that I could wash up while I was eating. So her needs, her needs aren't the greatest, but they're not in the yellow, and we're just getting that up a little bit. And I think what I had said I was going to do is I'm going to have her do some planting of the harvestables in her inventory. I'm going to plant 1 daisy, because they're not worth very much. The chrysanthemums used to be worth 5, but they seem to be worth 4. And I'm going to do some strawberries in hopes that we can get some things to graft with them. So I'm going to do 3 strawberries if we get an invitation, but we need to have 1,000 simoleons. I'll just set her up to do that. Now, I had commented, I couldn't remember exactly what the goal of this challenge was, and I thought it was 2-bedroom, 1-bath house worth 30,000 after depreciation, but it's actually a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house worth 30,000 after depreciation. And given that we have to have an heir, we're going to be having a 2-bedroom house at a minimum. So there she will have that planting done. And let's see, after she's done that, let's look and see if, I already had set it up over here. I may as well put that in her inventory to sell, because we don't need all of these. We'll sell the chrysanthemums. We will keep the daisies, because they can be used as bait, because they're only worth 1. And she can always eat the strawberries, so we'll keep it too. Plus, I really want, and I can't breed the frogs yet. I would like our heir to be a girl, so I need to have strawberries for that. Though that's easy enough. There's strawberries in the neighborhood that she can harvest, so that's not going to be a difficult thing, I would think, to be able to do. Though it's better if you also have music. You have music, in this case pop music, to listen to, and that will be, and what is she doing? Washing hands. You can go wash your hands, that's fine. I don't know if that's because the washing hands was diverted by the fact that I told her, you may as well harvest as you're going by, and we will have you... That one's kind of out of the way, because I think I'm going to have her go down to this location. There are no frogs there, but we will have her go fishing. And she only has 5 plants, so that's why that's only 5 things watered, and she has to fish for 10 hours to get this. And part of the reason I really like to get the points, because you can get things like free services, which means, given you're only controlling 1, you also use the group interaction to get whoever she ends up with as a spouse to help her with the gardening. But we can also hire a gardener if we get free services. We can hire one anyways, but it'll be free if we have free services. But my first trait I would like to buy is the marketable trait, because that will increase the value of her paintings, which is one of the things she's going to be mostly using to get her to make her money in this. And I think I will most likely not have her get a job. I'm not sure. I might have her get the painting job, but we have time to make that decision. And normally I would get the connections trait to start her up higher and let her get the boost of the bonus and all the items. But if you have the collector's trait, connections trait, you no longer unlock the items, though you can use a cheat, and that's what they recommend you do, but you don't get them either. You don't get the items and you don't unlock the items. So if she gets a job, she'll just get the job and not be if she gets a job as painter, she will just start at level 1, because there's no requirement for her to max a particular career in this house. And some of the other houses, they have to max the careers, and in that case it's worth just getting a connections trait for me to be able to get through it, because there's just so many variables with trying to get promotions. If they're in a bad mood when they go to work, they're not likely to get a promotion, and just get a chance card that puts their performance down. Now she needs to go to the bathroom. We don't get very much done with her having to work so much on looking after her needs. I should have probably had her go before, because I remember everything was slightly not maxed out. So we're gonna have her have another quick meal of some cereal after she goes to the bathroom, and she's getting tired. Now these frogs are probably ready to breed, so we can breed it. Do I take a chance? I shouldn't have. Because we got 10 instead of 30 simoleons. But we can sell these fish. We don't need them, so let's just sell them. So it's not been very productive in terms of making simoleons today, or so far. So let us get rid of those. And did I plant sage? Daisy, no, we didn't plant sage, so we can have her plant a sage plant. We'll have her plant that. And then we don't need to even switch her aspiration at the moment, because it's not really going to do much. Is there anything else? I think we will let her have a nap, and once she's had her disco nap, I will be back, because there's not very much exciting to see while she's having her quick meal, planting sage, and having a disco nap. Alicia's awake, and there are some of these plants are ready to harvest over here, so I've set her up to try and do some harvesting. Not everything is ready or at the moment, and she may as well dig in hopes that we will get something. And I was looking to see if she looks like she also is going to need to talk to someone pretty soon. Oh, she needs to collect frogs, which we can get if we can breed the frogs, which we can. And like I said, I'm going to do the sunflower. So we get 30 simoleons until we get some other different type of frog that we might have more luck with in breeding. I don't think we will breed with these ones, and we'll harvest that. And we will dig this up and harvest the strawberries, and then we will have her do some more fishing. She needs to fish for 1 more hour to be able to get that. Before I switched over, I noticed she was at 9 of 10. Oh, we got a map. I normally just sell them because I don't usually find that we get anything that special. Occasionally, you might help you get... sometimes you get a voodoo doll if you dig with it. But I think it's pretty rare, and I don't know that it's worth taking the chance. Well, I think what it's supposed to do is more likely to give you a better capsule. And since we're not really opening the capsules at the moment, it doesn't really matter whether we get a better capsule or not, like a rare capsule. So she is now fishing, and so we will switch her over to, not the freelance botanist, the angling ace. There we go. She's fishing. We need to get that over to 10, and then we'll fish with bait, because that's the next part. Oh, she caught a tuna. See, the tuna are worth nothing. So they might be worth keeping to for fertilizer. Though since they're not worth anything, they're probably not, again, going to be very much value for that. Oh, that... She's playing. And I didn't fish with bait. Somehow it got cancelled. When I cancelled the other fishing, it cancelled the fishing with bait. So let's see if she makes any decent catches. And so the tuna I said we would keep. And we'll keep some of these produce at the moment because we need to... We'll get rid of the cichlid. And... we're at 445. We need the money to get an easel is what we need. And I think that's almost enough. And she's energized for a nap, and she caught another cichlid, and a trout, and a tuna that's worth nothing. So we've caught 4 fish and we've made 1 great catch. I wonder which one was the great catch. I'm not sure. Obviously not a goldfish. It might have been the trout. No, it's common, so I don't think it is. And cichlid is common. Goldfish is common. Tuna is common. I don't know what fish we caught. Unless it is the trout, but you wouldn't have thought it would have been, just because of the fact that it's common. Oh, and she's hungry again. Okay. And she caught a tuna worth 7 simoleons. Alright, so we're gonna take her back up, and on our way by these chrysanthemums, we will harvest them, and have her grab something to eat. Move that out of the way. And when she's finished eating, I'll be back. So Alicia's planting. Oh. What's this? GeekCon. Well, we don't have enough money to travel anywhere, so I did breed the frogs once. I haven't sold it. I'm going to take it and sell it now that I'm back here, and then we're going to have her water her plants, and I'm going to sell. So that was worth 72, the one trout, so that's good, and we'll sell the cichlids. We'll just essentially sell most of the stuff in her inventory. I'm not keeping that for any reason. Didn't mean to keep that. And I planted one of all of these is there, so we will sell all the rest because we don't need them. Plus we can always harvest them again in our area. And for now I'm keeping the daisy because she still needs to yeah, see, the chrysanthemums are worth 4 now, it seems. And we'll get rid of the sage. And she really needs her social leaf. And like I said, I just did breed those. And I'm only keeping these because they're really not worth very much. And that will help us. We can use those for... I'm hoping they're better. Oh, she's dirty too. Poor girl. She's just really in bad shape. And she's got to go to the bathroom. You know what? Why don't you go to the bathroom before you bother washing up? There's really no point. So now we have definitely enough money if we wanted to be able to buy an easel. We're 200 short. And I don't think if we sold everything in our inventory that we would have enough. And I don't know if there's much benefit of going to the festival other than building some skills and perhaps getting our fun up. I'm just gonna sell these other than our this frog, which we want to keep. The sunflower for breeding purposes. Yeah, even if we sold these, I think they're worth 100, so that gets us to 951, and we'd have to sell everything in our inventory to be able to go to the festival with her to get to the 1,000 simoleons. And of the festivals, I mean, it's a good festival because you can win prizes and stuff, but given she has no skill, it's not very likely she's going to win the computer and everything, so I think we're going to have to say no. If we did sell everything in our inventory, we would have had enough money. Just not enough money to buy the t-shirt that she was asking us to do, and it would have been good because she could have gotten out and whatnot, but whatever. Anyways, next time hopefully we'll have the money. Now she's really grungy and she's really sad. Is there someone we can go meet? Because one other thing was we need to find someone. We know Mortimer's married. I don't know that word. That interested in Marcus Flex, but what I will do is I'm going to switch us over to Friend of the World to introduce people and see how that goes. Hopefully she's not too stinky. She's not the greatest, but she could be worse. We really need to work on her social because she's pretty sad and she needs to do some chatting. I think and she's bored, so I'm gonna have to buy her a ask about career, a radio, which will be good for gardening too and whatnot because it just helps gets her fun up. Also, he's a criminal. So there's Palo. Why don't we introduce ourselves? Oh, we can't. We're not. Maybe because I'm not actually clicked on him and I'm clicked on the lot somehow. Yeah, we can introduce ourselves. Discuss interests. He's active. Share ideas. She's pretty tired. Is Palo coming for us to introduce ourselves? So I guess the other benefit of having to know more people is we'll be more likely to get invitations to go places, which we're allowed to go places if we get invitations, if we have 1,000 simoleons. Okay, are you coming? Oh, you are coming. Good. Who is this? I don't know, but we'll do an introduction to her too. Bright day. Our social is getting better. At least it's green. It's just not the best. And who is this? Friendly. We'll do an introduction to to him too. She is an adult. Ask about day. Brighten day. Oh, he's standing down on the curb, off the curb on the road. Brighten day. Don't really care about jobs at this point in time, because it's not like they can really get promotions without you being able to control them to meet their tasks. They don't really tend to get promotions very much. Okay, now who is this? Oh, Victor. We don't really... Did we know anything about him? Oh, he's married, so we're not interested in him because he's married. Not interested in splitting up anybody. So we have Marcus and Paolo. We may as well ask her about her career, not that it matters. And her queue is full, and her social is still not maxed, but that was because it was so low. And she looks pretty sad. I think that's because she's so tired. Talk about latest party. Queue's still full. Is anyone saying goodbye? Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to see that you're saying goodbye now that we know you're saying goodbye. Wow, we're still trying to chat with Paolo. And that's partially because our social. Let's breed these frogs. And we'll get rid of one of them. I think we're going to have to leave her social because I think she needs to nap. Because she's pretty tired. So I'll be back when she wakes up. Alicia's up. I had her wash up a little bit at the sink because she was getting dirty, and I'm having her have a quick meal. I checked, let me see whether I can breed the frogs. I can breed them, so we may as well. And I also, on our way back to her lot from the bench, I had her harvest some strawberries that were there and ready to be harvested. And I think we're going to have her clean up, and I think I'm going to buy her an easel. Is what I'm going to do. And a radio, just so we can get rid of that board moodlet. And then we'll just have to work on getting the money back up. Even though I would really like to have 1,000, you know, the easel will make money and the radio will help her with her fun and her boredom. Let me look. Under electronics, as I draw a blank. And this is the Kaboom box. This is the one I'm going to buy. I'm going to move this easel over here. And I'm also going to buy her a counter. The grungy counter from City Living. Maybe I'll actually buy her an island because they're the same price. I'm going to put it here instead of where it was. Well, it wasn't anywhere. I made a space for it, but I'm going to put it over here. I was thinking of buying her but see, because the counter I can put a computer on, and I think she can still prepare stuff on the other side. I'm not going to do that because obviously I don't have the money right now. So we let her buy an easel, and then why don't you clean up, level up in charisma skill, and then you can turn on to backyard. And you can dance, and that will get you rid of your mood. Let your social is lonely. Oh, that's just a carryover. Hopefully when we go out and come back in, that'll go away. So after she dances, I'm going to have her just actually wash her hands one more time and cloud gaze. Oh, and she has enough points. We're going to buy marketable. That's what I'm going to do because she has the points for it. And so we're just about to start painting. I don't expect her first painting to be worth very much because of the fact that she is She has no skill. So she's dancing. That's good. So that got rid of that moodlet. And she wants to buy a pool. No, I think that's not a skill. Not something that she wants to paint. Well, that's all right. We will have you paint. So go cloud gaze after you wash up one more time, in hopes that keeps you going through your first painting. There you go. You're inspired. And now we are going to do a large classic painting. She's going to do the... Oh, she's not doing the social bunny. I think that one's a classic, if I remember correctly. I don't really keep track of them. And she wants to sell a painting. Well, we will do that too. I will most likely, guaranteed, I'll buy her the wall for selling art. But we don't have the money for that right now. So we're going to sell to collector. Were you about to go? You're washing hands. That's good. And that was worth $2.97. Which is pretty good, and that's mostly because of that marketable trait that is worth that much. And what are her needs like? She was going to wash up herself, so we'll wash again. And then I think I'm going to have her cook a garden salad, party size. Later on, I don't change these as much, but of course the lower ones are so much easier to get really quickly. You don't get a lot of points from them, but they add up and they unlock the later layers. And what does she want to do here? She wants to discuss color theory. Well, she also needs to get her social up, so hopefully that will help. There we go. I wonder if buying a bar stool would count. No, it's a couch or a chair, so I don't think it will. And it was excellent. Good. So you have some excellent food, which hopefully will help you with your... We're going to breed the frog, and you can clean up. And she's still inspired, so I'm going to have her do another... And she was going to do a painting on her own, but I'm going to direct her because I didn't notice it. I always get that one. We want to put her back on the creativity. And I think we will leave it here and come back next time with her painting. Because, she's broken the sink. At least it's the sink and not the toilet. So she's got start 3 paintings while inspired there. And I think we've gone long enough. So she was almost at 1,000 simoleons. But then we bought her a counter and a radio and an easel. And she's now on her second painting, which of course knocked her value down. She was at 500. I'm pretty sure I just bred the frogs, but we may as well sell that extra frog that we just bred. And we will leave it here. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you haven't already done so, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!